morning. We are doing morning coffee up in David's office. It's probably a little messy, so ignore anything you see on the sides. It's half packed and half working, so it's a mess. But I wanted to show you this morning the things that I brought back from the UK, or some of the things. It's not even all of the things, but the main things, because people have asked, is the two sewing machines. And you haven't heard about this yet, but I also brought home two parasols that my mother-in-law Jean had around the house. One of them is not fixed and is in its old condition, shattered silk and all, and the other one Jean took apart several years ago for tatting exhibitions, and so she has tatted things on it, and it's floofy, pinky, peachy floofy, so I'll have to make an outfit to go with the parasol. But here is the machine, one of the machines, my newest pretty machine. Here we go. Here she is. She's under repair. So I have no idea. Oh, must be the... Boy, it's dirty, isn't it, David? You're going to hear David in the background as he explains what he's done so far. She's being cleaned, I take it.
Yeah.
What's this thing? Oh, the presser foot. The foot.
That piece there.
That piece there. And it's filthy. When you open these old girls up,
this goes
you find
there.
Gummed up oil. That's what you find everywhere, is gummed up oil. But she's not running very well. She keeps snapping threads, so the cleaning process continues. Have you gotten a straight line at all?
Yes.
Oh, you got some? Oh, here, we have
Oh, I got
samples.
it downstairs. I can make it stitch very, very slowly, but if you go any faster...
Oh, well, then you haven't
it snaps.
succeeded. That's a no.
Yeah.
That's a no, because sewing ain't sewing unless you can go.
And
But anyway...
I think it's when it fails to pick up, it then snaps it. And
Yeah.
if you go too fast, it fails to pick up.
Yeah, so...
There's a pin missing there, which holds this in.
You haven't put the pin in, or
No,
it's missing?
It's missing. So
Oh.
we need to work out how to fix
Put a
that.
pin in. But isn't the gold lovely? Now this one, when was this one made? 1898?
1889.
1889. 1889. And you know where it was made too, wasn't it? Was
Kilbowie.
Kilbowie?
Yeah.
Is that Wales?
Scotland.
Oh, it's made in Scotland. So this one too wasn't it? The 222?
Yes.
So, I wonder if the same manufacturing area.
Yes.
Did they tell you? Oh, it is. So there was a Singer plant in Kilbowie, Scotland?
Yes.
And that was the only one servicing the UK, or what? So far, it seems.
It wasn't the original one, but after 75, they had the factory.
Oh, so this has all got to be cleaned, but the difficulty is we have to clean it carefully because we don't want to lose, like that's lost some of its paint and could rust. That's what you were talking about, isn't it?
Well, that needs to be repainted.
Well,
there. That needs to be filled in, and then of course where the gold underneath has been worn away, that means there's no shellac on top, right? There might be shellac there, but there ain't no shellac there because it's managed to get through it to wear out the paint. So it needs
careful care.
Putting over the
There's
top
some
once
other
it's been
paint
fixed
gone.
up. Yeah.
There and there. So we'll have to carefully touch it up without damaging its original stuff. I've got a treadle downstairs that isn't precious, but this one is in too good a shape to just scratch it and start over. All right, and then I'm going to pause here. The second machine that we hauled home is a 222, And these were made also in Scotland at the same place as the previous one. Actually, look at that cute little silhouette in the background. What's fancy and amazing about these is, one, they learned how to make them out of aluminum. So featherweight is, instead of being the cast iron that the old darling back there had, this one was made out of aluminum. And it was World War II, apparently, where they perfected how to mold aluminum into shapes that they desired. But what's fancy about this featherweight more than any other is, and it's 222 versus 221, is this is a free arm. Now, I have not pulled this off yet, and I'm not going to pull it off for you. Oh, have you? Do you know how to pull it off? Oh, yeah. David's going to pull it off for us. Oh, there's a latch. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, don't break her.
No, it's not. Needs a bit of oil.
Oh, all right. There. Oh, there it is. Oh, look. Boy, that is serious in there, isn't it? So you can use it for a free arm to do sleeves and cuffs and things. So that's what's fancy about the 222. They are rare, and this one is in gorgeous shape. Gorgeous shape. Just needs oil, and it also, once David gets done with this girl, this one needs some attention because she also is having some stitch difficulties. And remember yesterday the topic was oiling your spinning wheel? Well, guess what? Same thing needs to happen on these. We never give them enough oil. The other thing that needs to happen on this is this needs a new motor, because this is a British power motor, and there are the US bits, here and here. This one has a UK plug and foot pedal. We're gonna be cautious and not try to reuse that foot pedal. We've had mixed conversations about whether it can be done, and we're just not going to take the chance. But so we'll keep both. So if this ever goes back to the UK, it can be retrofit back to its original status. But those are the two machines that we lugged home through airports and carried for miles, and boy, I bet I have stronger arms now. All right, and then the final two items. This is the parasol. I'm gonna walk around this. That peach and off-white. It's got some tulle on it with my hair. And then what Jean used to use this for is she did tatting presentations, because she was an avid tatter for years and still does quite a bit, but has shifted more to sewing lately. This is more like an old-fashioned tatting technique. And then all these motifs sewn on, and the edging, which is pretty flippin' beautiful. So this is the floofy parasol. And we have, I'll show you the handle. It's kind of a ribbed one. I would say that this is probably turn of the century, my guess. A silk but quite shattered parasol with silk ribbon, white silk on the lower half, silk striped ribbon, beautiful lace, and then this black and white or black and off-white stripe silk top, which, of course, I am desperate to replicate. I would like to do exactly the same thing again, but after having looked for striped silk, I cannot find any. So if you've run across anybody, do let me know, because I'm desperate for a couple yards of striped silk. This ball has been replaced, but this also has, I'm going to show you this button. It's like a chenille stitched button, covered button. And I assume this at one point would either be a way to carry it or something. That's definitely been replaced. But yeah, see, it's ripping apart. This is probably, I'm going to try and limit my opening of this so that I can cut a pattern off. I definitely need to look in the stitch opportunity, or in the instructional videos on YouTube. But there it is. And one of the things that I really like about it, let me pause here. My favorite thing about this one is that it's tall enough for me. It hits me about hip level. So this is perfect for balancing one's hat, one's giant hat. I'm going to step back so you can see that. So it's quite a tall parasol, and that's super cool. I'm going to give you a comparison. So there are the two umbrellas standing in the corner. And clearly the black stripe one is a good 2 inches, 3 inches taller. But the bent wood is super cool too, so yeah, parasols.